I'm going to attempt this morning to show you how to make a Moravian star. As you can see, I have 4 different colored papers. You can use any color you like, or you can make it all white or whatever. But I'm going to make this out of these 4 different colors. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the one edge so that they're all even, and I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to tape them together so that the one edge is always the same. The cut for the strips will be equal each time I put it through the cutter. So I take a little piece of double stick-em tape, I'm going to put it on the edge of the paper, put a piece at each end to make sure the papers stay in proper alignment. And when I do that, when I start cutting, I can cut until I run out of paper. And so I should be able to get perhaps minimum of 17 pieces of strips, 17 cuts, which would make 17 stars, or I could probably stretch it out to a maximum of 19. But I'm not going to cut that many this morning because that would just take too long for me to explain what I do here in making these stars. So let me get this put together. And so there we are, we have the 4 tied together. I'm going to take the paper, I'm going to roll it just 90 degrees, and I'm going to put a mark on the top piece of paper. I'm going to put a mark at 7/8 of an inch down from the top. Down from the top of that green sheet. I'm going to draw a line completely across. There for a minute I couldn't find the line, but I have it now. We'll put a line across there. And I'll show you why I'm doing that when we get a little further along. So now I have my line, my tape is on this edge. These are loose ends. I'm going to take my cutter, and on the cutter I have a guide here so that I'm cutting my papers 7/16 of an inch wide. And so if you remember, I measured down 7/8. So each time you cut a strip, I mean, if whatever width it is that you cut, you need to double that when you put that mark on the paper. And I'll show you why a little later on. So we have our paper lined up. Take the cutter, and we'll pull those 4 strips out, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold them to that line. Okay? Let's do that again. Line up the paper with the guide. Cut a strip. We'll bring it out. And we're going to line it up with that line and fold it. Let's do one more. And there we are. Now we have 3 pieces cut, and we'll start folding the star with those 3. So we want to separate them. I'm going to take the green one first. I'm going to take the orange one next. I'm going to slip that over the top of that one. We'll take the red one next and put that up across that one. Now we're going to take the yellow and we'll put the red one in between and slip it through the green one. And so we have, I'm going to call it a crib. I'm not so sure that's the right word, but that's what we have. Now, you notice that all of the short ends of the strip are facing me. Mother, can you see this? Mother? Mother, I need your help for a minute.
Yes?
Can you see what I'm doing here? Does it show this?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay. The short strips.
Yes?
Now, okay, that's it. The crib is still kind of loose. I can slip it and it'll come apart. So we need to lock the crib together. And that's why the back edge is longer than the front one, because we're going to turn the crib over and we're going to bend the red one down. We're going to take the orange one and bend that one over this way. We're going to take the green one and bend it up that way. And then we're going to take the yellow one and we're going to slip it in between that red one there. And now we have the crib locked in place. It won't slip loose. It's going to be tight. And you see what happened is all the strips now are almost the same length. That's why when you fold it not quite in half. Now, one thing I forgot to do, which I should have done before I started this, was normally I'll take the 4 strips and I'll cut a little bit of a bevel on the strips. I can do them all 4 at one time. And so before I did that, I started putting it together, and it's easier to do them all at one time rather than do 8 different cuts, as you can see. Okay? So let's get this one now as far as that one is. Do it again. It's basically 4 steps. Take the green one, take the orange one, that's number 2, take the red one, number 3, the yellow one is number 4, and so then there we have the crib. Again, all of the short ends are facing me. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to bring the red one down. I'm going to take the orange one, bend it over. Take the green one and bend it up. Take the yellow one. The reason why we cut that little bevel there is so that it's easier to put it under there and slide it through. So again, we have the crib locked in place. Let's do it one more time. Take the 4, hold them together, cut a bevel, we go through the same thing all over again. Gonna take the green one, slip the orange one over it, take the red one, slip it over the orange, take the yellow one, slip it over the red, and slip it into the green so we can make our crib. We want to make sure that's nice and snug and tight. Again, we're going to turn it over. I'm going to turn the red one down. I'm going to turn the orange one over. I'm going to bring the green one up. We're going to take the yellow one and slip it underneath that red one. And again, we have our crib locked in. Now, for some reason, this one got out of line when I cut them, and I missed that bottom one. So let's put a little bit of a wedge on there by itself. So there we made 3, have 3 cribs locked in place. And now what we need to do is we need to start making the points of the star. And the way we do that, and you have to remember that everything goes in 4s. 4 steps. 1, we turn this yellow one alongside of the green one. We take the red one and we lay it down alongside of the yellow one. Just put our finger on there to kind of crease it in so it holds in place. The orange one goes down the side of the red. And the green one goes down alongside of the orange. Seemed easy enough. Let's do that again. We're going to take the yellow one, put it down alongside of the green. It doesn't matter which one you start. I just did that so that I'm doing the same thing as that one. Red one down along the yellow, orange down along the red, and the green down along the orange. And so you see again we have 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Now we're going to turn it over and we're going to do 4 steps again. And this one is going to be, we're going to take the green one and we're going to turn it down alongside of the green one here. And we'd like to have a little bit of space there so that when you fold this, you have the room there to crease it together. You see what I'm doing here. I'm going to have to fold this over and see what happens. The paper starts to touch each other there in the middle, and we don't want to make that tight that they overlap. So we make that point like that. And another reason for cutting the taper, this makes it a little more difficult. We pull that point out of the way, and we need to slip this in underneath the yellow. You see that? And so then we're going to take the orange one and we're going to do the same thing with that. I'm going to pull it down here, a little bit of space again so we can fold this without doubling up on the paper. Pull the point back out of the way and slip this down underneath the red. Then we're going to take the red one, do the same thing. Bring it down. Enough gap there to make our bend. Turn it over. Pull it out of the way and slip the red one underneath the yellow. Now we're going to take the yellow one and we're going to take it, bring it down across the yellow one there. Now we need to remember we have this guy in the way. So let's pull him out of the way a little bit. We'll bend this point over. And then we have to take this here and slip it underneath that green. Okay? And that makes 1/2 of the points of the star. Let's do that again. We made our first bend. Let's turn it over and make our second bend. Second bend is bend the point, leaving enough room there to make a bend in here, and slip this down underneath that green. Take the green one, bring it down, leaving our little bit of room there for the bend. Bend it. Pull it back out of the way a little bit and slip this underneath that orange one. Then we take the orange one, bring it down along there, crease it in place, bend it over, and then we take this and slip it underneath that red one. Now to make the last point on this turn. Again, we have this one in the way. And I'm not going to do it that way this time. I'm just going to pull this back. And we're going to make sure that we get under that second one. Did you see that? So it's underneath that yellow where it belongs. And so we have 4 of the points made on both of these. And so what we're going to have to do now is lay it back down, and we're going to pull the yellow stem out of the way and take the long yellow stem and bend it down alongside of that red point. See what I did there? Going to do the same with the green one. Going to bend it down alongside of that yellow one. See that? We're going to take the orange one and pull that down alongside of the green one. Green point. See that? And we're going to take the red one and press it down alongside of the orange point. And that's what it looks like. I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna do this another time. We'll bring this one to where that one is. Pull the green out of the way and fold the green underneath it down along that yellow. Take the orange, lay it down along the side of the green one. The red goes down along the side of the orange one. And the yellow goes down along the side of the red. So now we have both that far. Now we're going to turn them over and we're going to repeat what we did before. Now we have these 4 points made. We're going to make the other 4 points. And we do the same thing. Bring that down like that. Bend it over. Pull it out of the way and slip this down underneath that yellow. Take the yellow one. Pull it down there. Bend it over. Slip it down underneath the red. Take the red one. Bend it down. Gonna bend it over. Slip this down underneath that orange one. Gonna take the orange one, bend it over, bring it down. We're gonna pick it up, bend it over. And again we have this one sticking in the way, so we're gonna slip this behind that and under the green one. And we're going to pull that one through. And so we basically now have our 8 points that we need around the outside of the star. 2, 4, 6, 8 points. So let's do that again and get this one finished. We have it bent so far, we have to turn it over and we repeat what we did before. Bring this red one down, fold it over. That makes our point, and we bring that and slip it underneath the yellow. And all we're doing is we're locking each point in place when we do that. Take the orange. We take that, bend it over, slip it down underneath the green, take the red green one, bend it over, pull it down between the yellow, behind the yellow, and then the yellow we bring down. Again, we have that red one in the way, so when we bend this over, I'm going to pull it back. We're going to get it down underneath that second red one underneath there. Push that through. And so now then we have both stars that far. Now I guess the most difficult part starts now. And that is we want to get this out of the way. We're going to fold that over to there. We're going to start making our loops. These little top points we're going to start making. We're going to take the red one and we're going to fold it up and get a pretty good crease there. We're going to take it and we're going to twist it. See that? Then we're going to hold it with our thumb. I'm going to take this, bring it up, slip it under there. What's going to happen, it's going to come out the other side between that point. Just pull it tight. And so there you have your first point. Okay? And we get the green one out of the way. We'll do the same thing with the orange one. We have to make a quick twist. Hold it out of the way. Take it up, slip it underneath there. And pull it through. Move the yellow out of the way. Bring the green up. Twist. Turn this through. Pull it tight. Do the last one. Twist it. Shove it underneath there. And pull it tight. And so there we have the 4 loops on the one side of the star. Let's do that with the second one. Let's pull the red one out of the way. Doesn't matter which one you do first. Bend up the yellow. Give it a twist. And send this through underneath that red. And we'll pull it tight. I'm going to take this one and bend it over. Take the red one, quick twist. We'll shove that underneath and get that side in. Pull it tight. Move the green one out of the way. So we have that one with the 4 loops on the one side. Turn it over. Pull the red one out of the way. Get a good crease on that one. Twist it. Slip it underneath that side. Pull it tight. Take the yellow one, push it out of the way. Take our red one, twist it. Push it through. Pull the green one out of the way, bring up the yellow, twist it. Take the green one, twist it. Pull it tight. Now we have that one almost complete. So let's continue with that. We're going to take the corners, we're going to cut them off, kind of try to pull them in toward the center so that when I cut them off, if they spring back, they'll go back underneath. And here we go, that's the first one. Here's a second cut. The third cut. The fourth cut. So that's our 4 cuts. Now we can make the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we are. The star is born. So let's finish the next one. Pull the red one out of the way. Bring up the orange one. Twist. Slip it underneath the red. The yellow out of the way. Bring up the red. Twist. Pull the green one out of the way. And we have that made on both sides. Now we take our scissors and we cut the excess strip off. So there we have our second one. And so I try to slip a piece of thread underneath this side over to that side, and we put a string so that you can hang them from your tree or at your sink, at your mirror in your bathroom, or in whatever. So I hope you've learned how to do that. I think if you follow through often enough, you probably eventually be able to do it without the help.